We bike. You know what it is. Come on, you know what it is. Big dubs. Big dubs. It's Sunday night, man. I know a lot of people are busy these nights. I feel like this Sunday feels especially busy. You know what I mean? Feels especially busy. We're gonna talk about some of the sports stuff going on. The Warriors game starts in like an hour or so. Man, I hate this webcam. Why is everything weird? Like, this is a red shirt and it makes it look all like orange. And the settings like go back and forth every time. It's so annoying. Anyways, what up, everyone? If anyone's here. If anyone's here, say hello. Say howdy, you know? Niners got the big win. I mean, I won't say big win. It just felt good because, you know, we lost 3 in a row. So, yeah. Felt good. Felt real good. You know, felt real good. What's up, Jack? What's going on? I wish I could put this helmet on. Get hyped up, you know? There, I'm gonna just do the whole live stream like this. Just not even make mention of it. What is this talking about? YouTube's always yelling at me with the stats, the stream health. Like my apartment internet sucks. Okay? I don't know what to do, YouTube. I don't know what to do. Alright, get off my back. Alright? Let's celebrate this win. Also, I'll get into this after. But obviously, the Niners win felt great. Okay? The whole offense got involved, other than, you know, well, CMC played well, just he didn't get that TD, which sucked. But, it is what it is. Individual records are not what we play for, right? It's not what we play for. So, it would have been nice to get him that record, though. It would have been nice. It is what it is, you know? So, it felt good. Defense looked good. Cornerbacks played well, actually, which I think everyone can agree cornerbacks is probably our weakest department, and that's why we were going so hard at Patrick Surtain, Jalen Johnson, and we didn't get him. But we got more D-line help. We sure did. Josue, what's up, man? Say it Josue, right? I don't want to butcher that. Apologies if I did. But yeah, felt good to get that win. Hopefully we can continue it. The ticket giveaway is live right now on Instagram for next week. So if you want to see us beat down the Tampa Bay Buccaneers next week, and you want a chance at some tickets, go to Instagram. I know some of you have already entered. I'll get to that after we talk about this, but it's pretty funny when you do these giveaways. I'll give you guys a little insight. But yeah, it felt good, man. Felt good. Steve Wilkes on the sidelines is way better than up in the booth. I don't know. I feel like the team feels re-energized, luckily, and hopefully we learned enough from those losses, you know, which is always good. You know, iron sharpens iron, right? So you got to, get through the challenges. You're a better team. What's up, Mitchell? And, all right, Josue, I'm glad I got it right. Yeah, we learned a lot, I think. We'll see. All right, we'll see. Also, the Cowboys, all right? You guys just blew out the Giants, right? Everyone's all excited, like, oh, look how good we are. We them boys again, right? Nobody could find them boys a few weeks ago, but suddenly they're them boys again. Um, but I just want to remind Cowboys fans, you played the 2023 New York Football Giants. They're god awful. They had an undrafted rookie quarterback at the helm. All right, like let's settle down, okay? Like obviously a dub's a dub. I'm not gonna take that away from you, but like, you know, bring the parade floats back to that warehouse in Arlington somewhere. All right. The Giants, I mean both Giants, San Francisco and New York Football Giants, are disappointments. But yeah, no, come on, New York Giants are god awful, god awful. Niners are kind of my NFC team. Go Broncos. Man, I'm glad you like the Niners, but I got to tell you, man, I hope you don't hate me for this, but I've always hated the Broncos. The only time I didn't hate the Broncos was when Peyton went there, because I love Peyton, and that Broncos team was fun. I love Von Miller and stuff. But as a kid, as a Niners fan, I mean Elway just irritated me. And what the funny thing is, so Elway went to Stanford, so I should like him. I mean, he's pretty, he's played nearby and stuff. But I hated Elway, and I absolutely hated Mike Shanahan. Absolutely hated him. And now his son is my hero. So funny how life works. Brock's throw, bro. Brock looked great today. Brock looked great. I've said it a million times. He's gonna have growing pains. He's still young. But man, the composure. When you have that kind of composure, you can get through that stuff. And when you have a team that supports you and believes in you, like the 49ers do. So I think he's just in a good place, and we're in a good place. You guys destroyed us in that Super Bowl. We sure did. Was it 55-10? Yeah. But no, I always hated the Broncos, man. I always hated your jerseys, the old ones and the new ones. I hated Elway. I hated Shanahan. And, that's another funny thing, is Ed McCaffrey. He was on the Niners, and then he went to the Broncos. We used to call him Ed McCrappy. And now we love his son. We absolutely love his son. So Shanahan, we love his son. McCaffrey, we love his son. And we used to talk bad about him a lot. Wish CMC would have got the record. Yeah, man. They switched games when they pulled Brock, so I had to pirate the ending. Oh, man. Yeah, the play calling to try to get CMC that record was weird. I didn't like the plays. It was way too choreographed, or they just knew what was coming. Other Denver West, CMC, Shanahan, Lynch. Yeah, no, seriously, we got so much Broncos DNA there. Yeah, I always forget John Lynch went to the Broncos too. I think Buccaneers. Yeah, I like your channel slightly less now. Oh man, I'm sorry. But just know all my sports takes are in good fun. I don't actually hate anyone. I will say hate, but the closest thing to hating is Dodgers. That's the closest thing where it's hard for me to deal with. Carlin said rooting for sports teams is basically rooting for laundry. Didn't like Sherman till he wore red and gold. It's true. It's absolutely true. I said this before, man. As a person, as a man, right? I try to be better. I try to be a better person, more empathetic, more understanding, open-minded, be caring, be generous. I want to be a better person every day. I want to be more kind to people every day. But sports is my outlet to get all my toxic traits out. So all my toxicity is funneled through sports. I can hate people for no good reason. I can talk bad about people for no good reason. I can be tribalistic for no good reason. And it's fun, And then outside of sports, I can be a loving, caring human being. So, come on, Rod. Let's relax. All right, I'm gonna have to learn how to put some word filters into this chat. Hey, look, Pickvan's here, and he's a moderator. I forgot. I added him as a moderator. I could have him delete all your stuff. No, I'm just kidding. Don't do that. Um, yeah, man. So, Niners, we look good. The Jaguars were playing really good, so I'm happy to see it wasn't like we just beat up on a terrible team. The Jags are one of those like fringe teams that's always on the cusp of like figuring it out, but they just never do. But either way, it wasn't an easy team necessarily, unlike the Cowboys beating up on those poor, hapless New York Football Giants. What a bunch of bullies, man. What a bunch of bullies. Lake Show is going to take out the Failblazers. Come on, man. Man, Lakers and Dodgers? Man. The Warriors play in a little bit. Play the Timberwolves. Funny story about the Timberwolves. Actually, not a funny story, just a story. Back when, most of my life, the Warriors were just absolute trash, right? They were like just absolute garbage. Debbie, why are you the best? Debbie, you do too much for me, honestly. Such a beautiful win today. Let's keep this going through February, shall we? I hope so. Let's go. I'll be right there with you. I'm in LA, right down the street from SoFi. Okay. All right. I hope you liked my SoFi video. I said a lot. It's going to be a good game. Golden State Warriors in Minnesota. Yeah. So the Timberwolves, so the Warriors, most of my life were terrible, right? So usually if my team is terrible and they're just out of it, I will kind of just like bandwagon the team. Not like I'm a fan, but like, I'll be like, I'll root for this team through the playoffs or whatever. So in the early 2000s, a lot of times it would be the Timberwolves, because Kevin Garnett. I love Kevin Garnett. I loved Stephon Marbury before he left. They weren't that good when he was there, but because of that, I kind of like the Timberwolves. And then they had Sam Cassell. Troy Hudson had that year where he went off, and Latrell Sprewell, who was my favorite player when he was on the Warriors. So I really enjoyed those Timberwolves teams, and I thought they got cheated against the Lakers in, I think it was 2004. So basically, like, at the end of, I want to say Game 6. I haven't watched this, like, since it happened, but basically Robert Horry, like, flopped on KG and fouled KG out. Fouled him out, and then they watched the replay. This is before you could challenge. The replay on the broadcast, though, showed that KG never touched Robert Horry. He just flopped. And ever since then, that's kind of what started me, like, really hating the Lakers. Because before that, I didn't hate the Lakers, even though they were in the same division as us, because we were terrible, so it didn't matter. Plus, I loved Nick Van Exel. He was one of my favorite players, so I didn't hate the Lakers. But then when they three-peated, and then I just felt like just seemed unfair what happened with the Kings. I just didn't like them. And then Robert Horry flopping to foul out KG, I hated. So anyways, I always kind of liked the Timberwolves, and but now it's funny because I hate the Timberwolves because just their players. I don't like Cat, I don't like Gobert, I don't like most of their team. So it's funny how those things swing. Let's go Niners. Lots of Niner fans in LA. I know because I know LA didn't have a team, so I get it. It's weird, but I get it. Remember to hit the like, everyone. Thank you, Debbie. Debbie, you're the best. You honestly are. I'm always happy to see you at games. Yeah, I saw you the last game. I didn't get a chance to say hi. I really need to make it a point to move over. You're like one section over from me. But yeah, always nice to see you. Sacramento Kings are a good team. Yeah, I think they're starting pretty slow though, right? I mean, I know we beat them, but they'll figure it out. What do you think about the 49ers winning, beating the Jacksonville Jaguars? What's up, Rick? I kind of already just talked about it, so I don't want to go too much about it or over it again, but I'm just happy. Jags are a good team. They still are on the cusp of being like a high-level team, so it's not like they're world beaters or anything like that. It's not like we took down a Titan, but like it's still a good win. Hopefully we learned a lot from those 3 losses and we got it figured out. And I loved how the whole offense was involved like that. That's always good to see. And obviously the defense came to play. What I said about Hufanga, by the way, I, uh, I thought it was funny. I'm just gonna laugh at my own jokes because that's the type of person I am. Um, I said, what did I say? This is why you have to give the cash tip directly to the waitress. If you just leave it on the table, Hufanga will swoop right underneath it. So he always gets the tipped balls. He always gets the tips. Kings got to iron some issues out, but that bench is deep. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Kings are still young too. People forget like there's not a lot of like veteran experience other than Harrison Barnes, right? So like they're gonna figure it out. The Kings are so fun to watch too. Rod, thank you, man. Even though you're a Dodgers fan, thank you. Nevada feels like we still don't have a team. The fans are all over the place, even having the Raiders. Yeah, I mean, I'm in Vegas and we do have a team, Golden Knights. I mean, Vegas. It's funny because we talked about this when I did a Twitter space chat about the Oakland A's leaving, and it was so funny how like Vegas did it right with the Golden Knights and the Aces, like built an organic fan base, like hometown fan base. They didn't take a team from somewhere. Just two organic fan bases, and they both won championships. But then like these Oakland teams are gonna shoehorn themselves in there just so the owners can get richer. It's just like the dichotomy is funny, you know. So keep the A's in Oakland. If anything, Vegas can get an expansion team. Get an expansion team in Vegas. They can have their own team, their own fan base. The Golden Knights and Aces and whatever the Vegas baseball team is, it would be perfect. But it'd be weird to have like a classic old school baseball team in Vegas. Like Vegas is not the city for that. You know, it's shoehorned in. It would be dumb, I think. But we'll see. The rich people got to get richer. You know what I mean? What are we gonna do? Not let the rich people get richer? Come on. But yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. We'll see. Hopefully the A's can stay. I did do that Twitter Spaces thing. If you want to go check it out with the creators of this documentary that they're working on about the Summer of Sell. So pretty cool stuff being worked on there. But yeah. Also, I'll just say this with baseball expansion. I'm not really for it, honestly. Not enough teams win the World Series as is. You're gonna add more teams. Look. This is it. This is my proposal. If you're going to expand Major League Baseball, then you need to have in-season tournaments like the NBA implemented. You need to have like other trophies and stuff that teams can win, because if it's still just the one trophy, then it's just not fair. Like it's already hard enough. When you think of teams that have never even been to the World Series, like the Pirates haven't won since the early 70s. Like I don't know. I feel like every fan base deserves to get a win or two in their lifetime, and think of like Red Sox and Cubs fans who lived a whole long life and never saw it. So if you're gonna expand, let them have other chances to win something. De'Aaron Fox been hurt too. Yeah, that's right. He is. I forgot about that. D'Amico and Stroud are blowing it up. Wait, is that a good thing? I thought they were playing good. Did I miss something? I thought Stroud was like lighting it up. Didn't he have like 4 touchdowns? I didn't watch any of it, but I heard about it. We don't run relocation teams. We run expansion. Exactly. So it feels like it's ours. Plus, Golden Knights united the city after the mass shooting. Absolutely, man. And again, the A's just don't fit in Oakland. Just the look, the elephant, the classic like old school baseball thing. It doesn't fit. You need something a little more like contemporary for Vegas, just like the Aces and the Golden Knights. Let's go Niners. Victory Monday tomorrow. Absolutely. You know what it is. I'm wearing my helmet. Texans beat the Bengals. Okay, I didn't see that. I only watched the Niners and a little bit of the Cowboys Giants, but it was boring, obviously, because the Cowboys are playing the worst team in the league. Thought the Bengals were back. Yeah, I don't know what's up with the Bengals, man. Bengals they had their shot. They had their shot a couple years ago. I don't know. They're going to have to regroup. I think, by next year, if they don't, they might blow up that team, honestly. Bang Bang Niner Gang, what's up, Dylan? Good luck to those in the drawing. Not me this time. No IG is good. Glad to see someone win. Right on, CJ. And that's right. Ticket giveaway is going on Instagram right now. Yeah, I'll talk about that too, which is funny, man. Like, here's the tough part about doing giveaways. Like, people who don't watch the channel or know who I am or what the show is or anything, right? Like, they will see the giveaway and then join it, obviously. But it's so funny to me because literally it has the rules and there's 3 steps listed right there in the graphic. And people don't follow it. So a bunch of people, like, entered, they left comments, like, shared it and stuff, but they weren't even following the Instagram. Like, that's number 1. It says follow the Instagram. Like, I don't know. It's just funny to me. Like, because here's the thing. Like, the reason I can justify giving away these tickets, right? I'm not a rich man at all. In fact, I am pretty much a poor man. The way I can justify giving away these tickets is that, like, I mean, number 1, I want to give away stuff. Like, I want to do things for people because I'm just not smart enough to do anything else to, like, help people. But if I can, like, hook people up with a cool experience or something, then I will do that. I'm a generous person and I want to do things for people, number 1. But also, you know, I'm like, oh, if I do these giveaways and I have people share it, then it gives the channel, like, exposure and it helps with that way, right? So that's how I can justify it in my head. And I know a lot of contests, they'll even have more. Like, you'll have to, like, join a subscription or, you know, I have the members only thing on this channel with exclusive videos and content if you want to support the channel. And there's a bunch of exclusive videos coming out on members only that I can't put out publicly, so they'll be members only. So I could do that, but I'd make it public because I want as many people to, like, see the channel, and maybe, just maybe, one person will see that shared and be like, oh, ticket giveaway, cool. Oh, who's this? Oh, this channel looks fun. And then maybe they'll subscribe, you know? So it's funny when people who don't even know anything about the channel will come in and, like, try to get the tickets, and it's like, that's why I used to do the trivia. I might start doing that again. So I would have trivia about, like, specific videos, like in this video, what was the thing that was said in this thing, and then people actually had to watch the video. So maybe I should start doing that again, because someone last year when I did a ticket giveaway, someone DM'd me with all this information about these, like, I don't know if you call them scammers. They're not really scamming, but, like, it was like a group of people that just enter giveaways, and, like, they help each other enter giveaways. And he, like, showed me all this stuff, like screenshots and stuff, like, oh, these people, they're just trying to get free stuff, like, they're not, you know, they're not, like, legitimate. So that's why I said, like, if there's any shenanigans, I have the right to, like, remove a submission, because I don't want the tickets to go to, like, someone who doesn't want to go. Like, that's the whole point. I want to give tickets to, like, people who want to go. It doesn't even have to be a Niners fan, just someone who enjoys sports and wants to go to a game. Like, obviously it's better for us if it's a Niners fan because we want you to get loud on defense, but, like, it doesn't have to be. I just want to hook someone up with an experience. And in my head, I always think, like, it would be awesome. I don't know how I can do this, if anyone has any ideas, but it would be so awesome if I could make sure to give these tickets to, like, someone who otherwise couldn't afford it, or, like, has never been to a game, or you know, wants to, you know, give their son or daughter, you know, a birthday present, something like that. Like, that would be cool. If anyone has any ideas of how I could make that happen. There's one game I filmed where there was, like, a guy next to me. He was, like, in his late 50s, maybe early 60s, and it was his first NFL game, and he was a diehard 49ers fan. He lived, like, somewhere in, like, Wyoming or something, so just no football around, no NFL around. But I would love to hook people like that up with tickets if I could. But anyways, it's just funny doing the ticket giveaways, some of the shenanigans you see, you know. What am I missing? Bengals had wide receiver out today. Oh, Burrow's still the best QB. I mean, I love Burrow, you know, but the Bengals got to figure it out. A's in Vegas like oil and water. It just doesn't work. It doesn't work. Doesn't make sense. A's do not make sense in Vegas. Try to not use Meta products. How did you know 8 needed a plumber? Mark Zuckerberg. Do you mean I needed? Oh, I needed. Yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah, they're just data mining. I get it. I just try to be cautious with what I put out there, I guess. But I'm a very open book, so it's one of those problems that doesn't really affect me. I'm just kind of like, I don't know. I'm just me. Even my embarrassing stuff, I just own it for the most part. Like my little helmet that won't fit on my head. You a goat, bro. I'm just a guy, man. I'm just a fella. You know, just a fella. But I do have a nice helmet. Tell you that much. But yeah, so ticket giveaway is live now. Any Niner fans want to go have a chance at the game. That's also the reason, just so you guys know, I don't want anyone to feel like they're not going to get the tickets, which sucks. But like, I don't want to transfer the tickets to someone until like the night before or the morning of the game, because I don't want someone to just win the tickets and then resell them. You know, I want to give the tickets to people that will actually go to the game. So that's the reason for that, if you're wondering. Never been to a Niner game. I'm with you, hoping someone who wants to be there wins the tickets. Absolutely. Did you join the giveaway on Instagram at Variety Show with 2 V's on Instagram? Make sure. Wish I could get to Santa Clara. So you live in Vegas, right? Like what? Henderson, Paradise. What are all the cities around there? I forgot. I mean, it's a cheap flight, man. I think you can get Vegas to San Jose. You can get flights for like less than $100, I think, sometimes. I haven't been to Vegas in a long time. I want to go to Vegas. There's a lot of stuff I want to film there. What else? Oh, Warriors trivia. So yeah, I was thinking about, I've been doing like the tailgate trivia and stuff. I really want to do something like Warriors trivia or just mix it up. Go to Chase Center, do some trivia. But I feel like NBA trivia is not nearly as well known unless it's like just Jordan and LeBron facts, Kobe facts. I feel if I really get in the weeds on it, a lot of people don't know as much. I feel like for some reason with football and baseball, if you find the right person, like baseball is big on stats, and like football, people just remember these milestones. But for the NBA, it's like other than this small group of like big milestones, like most points of all time and stuff, it doesn't seem like people really know the ins and outs. I don't know. Maybe that's just a weird perception I have. But if anyone has like Warriors trivia, I could say, let me know. I will say it. I know there's some good stuff, but also like Warriors history, what isn't that well known? Super Warriors knowledge is minimal. Yeah, it's like I feel like my knowledge is pretty high up there, but I still feel like it's weaker than any of the other sports for some reason. I don't know why that is. I think it's just something about the NBA is like the NBA is very focused on like a few individuals at the top, which is really annoying. That's why you have like year-round LeBron coverage no matter what. And because of that, it's like only, I don't know, it's super focused on just the upper crust. Whereas like with football, I could have the fun ones. I mean, I guess I could find stuff, but like in the NFL one, the 49er one, like I really had a good time with the helmet color question. Like what was the original colors of the helmets or when they first went plastic. Stuff like that is really fun, So I don't know if you guys have Warriors trivia, something that you think would be interesting, let me know, but if anything, I'll go to Chase Center and like talk to people, at the very least. Favorite Warriors memory, stuff like that. Wish I could get what's it like meeting Adam the Woo? Are you going to more baseball games with him? Interesting question. I mean, I would love to. And we're Warriors upset and lost. Yeah, the last night sucked. It would be fun to hit a Tampa Bay game before the close it. Sorta. Oh, that's the name. No, yeah, Tampa Bay. I said this last live stream. Tampa Bay is on my top 3 ballparks I want to see, just because it's so different. But Adam the Woo, he was super cool. I'll tell you like a little bit, just like a brief version. So my buddy Gabe, Gamer Athletics, had met him the game before. I was thinking about going to an A's game because, as you guys know, I like to do games that are like experiences or moments or history that I think will live forever. And I had already done an A's game before. I had done a video before, and I think that's how me and Gabe first like followed each other. But this was when the A's were having historically low attendance, so I really wanted to go and just document that and just kind of have this moment forever. And the fact that Gabe said Adam the Woo will probably be there again. I'm like, oh, that's awesome. Like, it's one of the only YouTubers I watch. So I went to the game, and it was funny because I literally saw Adam the Woo while I was like waiting in the security line. Like I saw him right away. I was like, oh wow, that's interesting. He's right there. And then I don't know, he went off on his way, and then I walked around in the stadium. I met Gabe. This is my first time meeting Gabe. So we chatted for a little bit, then we wandered around, and then we saw Adam the Woo, and then so I was like, well, I'm gonna go up to him, just say what's up. I went up to him, and I think he was probably a little hesitant because he's just like, all right, guys, I'm sure he gets bothered a lot. But I try to be, as cool and understanding as I can be. I'm not trying to like step on any toes. And yeah, we chatted for a little bit. He had met Gabe the day before, so they were chatting and stuff, and that was cool. And then I left with Gabe. We went to his seats for a little bit, and then later on I went back to my seats, and they happened to be near Adam the Woo's. And of course, this was historically low attendance, so there's like all these empty seats and empty space. And so I just went over and sat with him and started talking to him again. And the more he got to know me, the more he was like seemed more relaxed, and we were enjoying watching the baseball game too. It was a good game. The Rays came back and won. I think they were down. Yeah, they were down and they rallied to win. So Adam the Woo was really excited. What was funny is, if you guys know, like the Oakland A's ushers are so annoying. Like they literally were like, you have to go back to your seat, and it's like empty. The whole place is like empty. They're like, you have to go back to your seat. And I was like, my seats are better than this. I'm like right behind home plate. These seats are over by like almost past the dugout. Like, what are you talking about? And so if you guys have seen, there's other viral videos that Oakland ushers are notoriously just boneheaded. So I had to move, but then later on I went back anyways. So Adam was super cool. And then at the end of the game, I was talking to Gabe, and we saw Adam come up again, or he walked by us again. We chatted a little bit. I said it was nice to meet you. We went on our way. And then, this past season happened. The reverse boycott was scheduled, and I think I told Gabe I was going. All right, in my head I said I was going, and then Adam the Woo posted something about it, that he was thinking about going because he was in LA. He's like, should I drive up for it? So I responded and was like, oh yeah, I'll be there. And then he's like, oh, you're going? I was like, yeah. And he's like, all right, I'll let you know if I'm there, or maybe I'll see you there, something like that. And then when I was there, I saw him in the crowd again when we were by the rally, and walked up to him. And it was cool because, this is someone I've watched for years, and he remembered who I was. And then he said really nice things about my video too, which was cool. I thought that was really nice of him. So yeah, that made me happy. And then my cousin Steve Pickvan was with me, and he's always loved Adam the Woo. His mom loves Adam the Woo, so he was able to meet him too and hang out with him and get a picture with him to send to his mom. So it was really cool. So I appreciate Adam for that. And it was cool that he was a Rays fan and it was against the Rays, and he got to also document that. So we got to see from his perspective, Gabe's perspective, my perspective. We all did a video. So that was cool. And of course, he was super nice to Gabe as well. And I think I totally understand how someone like that, who can get a lot of attention, would be hesitant to make new friends or anything like that. So I totally understand that, at first he was probably, I'm just guessing here, he didn't say anything, he wasn't rude to me or anything, but I'm just guessing he was probably a little hesitant. And he's definitely not like, I think just guarded. I would be too, if I had that amount of attention. But then the second time he was super cool. And Roscoe was with them too. We met Roscoe, and Roscoe's been super cool. I've been chatting with him every once in a while about like some um like thrift stuff and collectible stuff. He's been in a bunch of Adam videos. So yeah, Adam the Woo was awesome. And as far as going to more games, I don't. We're not friends like that. We don't have like each other's number or anything like that. I don't text him, so we're not like close like that or anything. But we met a couple times, and he was very nice to me. And yes, it would be awesome to go to a game with him again. We're gonna be crazy. F1 starts Wednesday through Sunday. Oh, you work at Planet Hollywood? Man, last time I was in Vegas, I'm pretty sure it was Planet Hollywood. There was a little restaurant in there, and that was like my saving grace. I was able to get late night food there like every night. I keep shaking the desk. I'm sorry if the camera was shaking. What do you think of Chase Young's first game as a Niner? That line looked great. I hope that wasn't a fluke. I hope it wasn't just the Jaguars being terrible. I mean, as far as I know, the Jaguars don't have the best O-line, so I'm hoping it's not just a fluke. But they look good, man. They look good. I love that. Stop doing that. Stop getting blurry. I love that him and Bosa had that that assisted sack. That was cool. Mitchell is crazy they're racing so late, or locals upset. Yeah, I know that is crazy because Formula One is more of it's worldwide, but I think they always race like European times, right? That would be crazy. But I mean, I think they're mostly on the strip, so I wonder what it sounds like from the rooms. Like if you're up in a room, like me and Pickvan, when we were kids, we stayed at the MGM Grand a few times. So I wonder what it's like, what it would sound like from up there. DJ Curry, official DJ Curry, what's up? Yeah, especially in the lower bowl, they're like, go back to your seats. It's so weird, man. Like, just leave me alone. This place is empty. Man, very much, especially since we can't watch or afford to see it. Yeah, man, that's the worst when like they do that. Like they'll come in and then it's always just the like rich people that get to go. It's kind of like that. That's how I feel about like especially the Warriors more than any other team. The Warriors, like come playoff time, the fan base that shows up at Chase Center that can afford it, it's so annoying. It's so annoying. They're just I made a TikTok about this last year. They're like just won't get loud. They just sit there and it's like, man, you better get up and yell. You better scream. That's Steph Curry you're watching. Let me sit in the sideline seats if you want to have a good time. All right. Adam is tall as heck. Yeah, Adam's tall. He's taller than I expected, actually. Hot boys are back. Sure are. Adam came off guarded in that first video. Yeah, see, I think he was. He probably watched your excellent content and warmed up to you. Yeah, possibly. Like I said, he said some really nice things about that video that I thought was really, really sweet of him. And it just felt good. Just, someone I'd watched for years, someone who's definitely like a YouTube idol, I guess you could say. For him to say that was really, really nice. Well, I admire like his drive to just like, I don't know how he does daily videos, man. I don't know. Like he did daily videos for I think 5 years straight, and then he quit for a while, and now he's basically back to doing it. Like I think he started kind of unofficially, but he just ended up back at daily videos. But like, bro, there's so many days where I'm just like, no, not today. No, I'm not filming anything today. Like I'm just like, what about days where you don't get strep throat? Like I haven't watched all 5 years of videos, but I watched a good amount of them, and I don't remember him ever, having the flu and not getting out of bed. Like maybe they're in there, but I just admire that, being able to do that, because I'm not like that. I have to take my days sometimes. My guy might not say it, but Adam watched Dylan's video and commented how much work he puts in. Yeah, he was very nice to me. It was cool. It was really cool. He did watch his videos to see. Yeah, he left a comment on the videos too, and said it too. So that was super cool. I really made me happy. Bosa and Young are forced to be wrecked reckoned with. Yeah, no, absolutely. Golf clappers, exactly, man. So I said this in the TikTok, but they're the types that's like, they're super casual fans. So they'll go to a Warriors playoff game and be like, oh, man, that's Steph Curry, huh? It's like, no, you're supposed to be, that's Steph Curry, you know? You're not supposed to be, oh, you guys seeing this? Oh, man, we're here for it. Like, no, man, like, I hate that, man. I hate that. I wish there was some sort of system they could put in place where it's like real fans get to go. Like if you sat in the upper deck like 2 to 3 times that season, you get free playoff lower bowl tickets. That should be the rule. Or because I want to be selfish on this. If you ever sat upper deck at Oracle Arena before 2014, then you get discounted lower bowl tickets. That's what I want. Or just, hey, Warriors, hey, I do some fun videos if you guys want to ever invite me and then let me sit courtside just once. Just make a dream come true. Make a little boy's dream come true. You know what I mean? My boy Hatch86 Films, Josh Fields, you guys have seen him in a bunch of my videos. He got to sit courtside one time at Oracle Arena. I won't say how, but he did. And yeah, I'm jealous. He said it was awesome. I'm like, man, I want to do that. So Warriors, please make my dream come true, please. I just one time. That's it. Just one time and I'll be happy. You guys know I'm the nosebleed king. I'll sit way at the top. Even when I go to new places, you guys have seen the videos. I always go to the tippy top. I want to see what it looks like from up there. I'm not bougie like that. I don't need to be courtside every game. In fact, I'll be honest. If I was super rich, I probably wouldn't sit courtside every game. I would want to sit a little higher. I'd want to be like in the fans, you know? I like that feeling of being in the fans. I feel like courtside would probably feel disconnected, but maybe not. Maybe it's just the greatest, you know? One editor, Dylan puts in work. Quality content, no matter the subject matter. Thank you, man. Thank you, Mitchell. Appreciate you. And just shout out Mitchell, too, because you're always supportive, man. I really appreciate that. It is not unnoticed. I hate it when it's playoff time for the Warriors. The real fans are at home or at a bar restaurant at the top of the Chase Center. Yeah, exactly, man. It's not fair. How can I be entered to win tickets? What's up, Illa J? It's on Instagram at Variety Show with 2 V's. The ticket giveaway is live. I will give away the tickets Tuesday night on Instagram Live. Maybe I'll also just set this up so I'll do it live on YouTube also, just so everyone gets to see it. But the tickets, I will choose a winner Tuesday night, and tickets will be transferred Saturday night, just so that people can't just steal the tickets and sell them. Get Dylan courtside. Yes, get it trending. Get it trending. Or upper deck at Candlestick. Man, I don't even remember. I sat lower bowl at Candlestick like once for a Niner game. Once or twice. Otherwise, upper deck king. Upper deck king. Again, I'm not a rich man. I've never been a rich man. I've had some family members that were pretty privileged, but I also have some family members that are homeless. So, you know, I'm not a rich man. Okay? Pick Van is my cousin. He can attest to the turmoil that has swirled around our family. All right? I've unfortunately, never had, like, you know, anyone to get me really good seats. I've always had to scrounge around to try to get whatever tickets I could get. It's good being the fans for a real fan base. Seeing the Kings and Spurs fans, even when losing to the Warriors, was awesome. Yeah, so Pick Fan is referring to the Alamo Dome game, which was just so much fun. Spurs fans were super cool. Spurs fans are awesome, man. Like, I'll give it up. Spurs fans are awesome. And Warriors have had a lot of battles with the Spurs, and for the most part, the Spurs have mollywopped us for most of my life. But even so, Spurs fans were awesome, and there was these there's a portion of it in the video, but like there were these older women that stopped and talked to me and told me stories about games they attended back at the Alamo Dome when the Spurs played there full time. And then there was a group of Spurs fans that actually asked for a picture. They recognized me. They had watched. They showed me their watch history on YouTube, and they had watched the Arco Arena video. So that was awesome. Like that's the furthest I've been where someone has recognized me, which was really made me feel good. Again, though, just to put it out there, I'm not trying to be famous or anything. I just really like when people appreciate what I do because I do work hard. What's up, Jamie? Wemby? I don't know yet. So I was hating on him. I'm not gonna lie. I put out predictions. I thought he was gonna be a bust, but he's actually looked really, really good. So, I'm gonna bite my tongue for now. I still. Why is this going blurry? Stop it! Stop! Stop! Bash this. I need a new webcam. He looks great, man. He looks great. And I think the Spurs are the best possible place for him. With Popovich, best possible landing spot. He couldn't have gone anywhere better. And I still have concerns about his body holding up. That's the only thing. Same with Chet. And Chet's looked awesome too. So, if we're lucky as sports fans, we'll get to see Chet and Wemby battle it out for the next 10 to 15 years. But both of their bodies, I just don't know if they'll hold up. And I said the same thing about like Zion. Like unfortunately, we're going to be robbed of like a great career because there's no way his body holds up. I hope I'm wrong though. I hope I'm wrong, and I hope that sports science and sports medicine has gotten to a place where they can hold up. That would be awesome as a sports fan. I want to see it. Raiders vs. Jets about to kick off. Yeah. I'm going to get off here in like 10 minutes. So the Warriors game is going to start too. Sat next to some fans that saw the fire hose debacle at the Alamo Dome. Yeah, there was a fire in the Alamo Dome, or the hose went off. Jets, because I hope. Yeah. I mean, the Raiders played good last week. They had I think they even had a parade. They had champagne and cigars. So I don't know. Maybe they're hyped. And the Jets are just, Zach Wilson is playing awful. If he's even playing. I don't even know if he's still playing right now. But they've played awful. But, the Jets' defense is still legit. I don't know. That's kind of a toss-up. I mean, yeah, I don't know. I probably lean Raiders. Wait, where are they playing? I'll say whoever's home. Whoever's home, I'll say that's who's going to win. Last thing I was going to talk about was the abandoned garage. I don't want to get too deep into it actually now. But I'm going to have some more members only videos and Patreon only videos. If you want to support the channel, you get free extra videos and content. The members only and Patreon will have the same content, so either platform is the same. On YouTube right now, members only has like a few extra videos, and Patreon has like 30 extra videos. And eventually I'm going to upload all of them, re-upload them to YouTube members only. But right now I only have one member on YouTube, so like I just haven't put out all the content. But eventually I want to kind of flood it with extras and behind the scenes stuff. And so this abandoned garage is something that I can't put out publicly. It's a video that's really cool. It's some old history, just random history that most people probably wouldn't appreciate, but me, because I'm weird. But it's a really cool old garage where I found some really cool old documents. And I can't put it out publicly yet. I probably will someday, but that will be on the Patreon and the members only. But I was just gonna say that wherever you live, like I live in the Bay Area. San Francisco is like my home big city. I'm not from San Francisco directly, but on my mom's side, I have family ties that go back, 5 generations to San Francisco. So San Francisco is like my home big city. And there's so many cool buildings that most people won't even pay attention to. But if you actually look into it, those buildings are filled with amazing history, really cool stuff, just fun stories, and just memories. And I always say like the ghosts of the past. So if you ever see those things in your hometown or your city, wherever you're from, I just think it's cool to appreciate that and look that stuff up and just be like, like, oh, this old building that people just walk right by. It has memories. It has real people's memories, like real moments that people had. So this garage, Jake, what's up? So the Sharks. I'll get back to the abandoned garage. Sharks, obviously, one of the worst starts to the season of all time, right? But I know they finally got a big win. And I think some things are turning around, so I think they'll actually probably be better this year. But I'm not a big hockey guy, so I don't know a whole lot. But I want to get more into it. I think I mentioned this in one of the other live streams. I watched the PK's Places. It's like Peyton's Places version for hockey with PK Subban. And it really made me appreciate hockey. So I need to get more into hockey. And I may have to throw some questions to you, Jake, so you can help me get up to speed. But, it would be awesome to see the Sharks get over the hump and finally win one. And, I was pretty bummed out with the Stanley Cup a few years ago when they lost. I'm definitely a casual fan, but I would love to see the Sharks have success again. And it sucks when like Marlowe and Thornton and all them didn't get over the hump. That always sucks. I always wanted to go Los Angeles to San Francisco. I've been to LA, but always want. Oh, you never been to San Francisco? San Francisco is awesome, man. By the way, thank you, Jake. Also, appreciate you so much. Go Browns. Interesting choice. It's a pretty cool cemetery a few blocks from me. That's really old, from like 1800, I believe. I'm not too sure. Investigate it, man. Like Google it. Google the address. I bet you can find some amazing stories. I'm not that knowledgeable about hockey either. I just love the Sharks. Yeah. I mean, I need to get more into the Sharks. I'm trying to. I'm also trying to get more into San Jose Earthquakes and soccer. I've been watching more soccer stuff. I was sad because Megan Rapinoe, it was her last game yesterday, and she tore her ACL. I have a Megan Rapinoe jersey, so I wanted to wear it, but I'm just too... I put on too much weight. It just doesn't look good. The soccer jerseys do not look good when you put on the weight. So actually today I started, I'm just grinding it out. Hardcore diet. So far today I've only had a salad, and later on I might have another little snack, and that's it. What city do you live in, Dylan? I live in the South Bay, so near San Jose. But I work in San Francisco, so like I travel the whole Bay Area daily. That's on the development of Valley Fair in San Jose. Is there new development? I haven't been to Valley Fair in a long time, but I'll tell you, I used to go there all the time. I caught pneumonia out in one of the parking garages at Valley Fair, waiting all night for Space Jam Jordan 11s back in 2009. I stayed outside all night. I had like bronchitis a few weeks before, and I thought I was healed, but I didn't know like bronchitis kind of sticks around. And I stayed out all night in the cold in December at Valley Fair, and I got pneumonia, and I thought I was gonna die. It was a really rough one. But you know what's cool? Valley Fair. So me and Pick Van, actually, cousin Steve, we go to antique stores a lot when he's here. And I go sometimes too. And I always see like cool Valley Fair, like old postcards or pictures. So actually the history of Valley Fair is kind of cool. Do little tours of it here and there. I've seen. Do have photos of the place, which is cool. Sadly, you don't get cell service, which sucks. Speaking of tours of cemeteries, the Union Cemetery that I did a few videos at, they have a free tour next Saturday. Yeah, next Saturday. This coming Saturday. Free tour at Union Cemetery. Amazing history. If you guys happen to be in the Bay Area or on the peninsula in Redwood City. My hometown is Redwood City, right in the middle of the peninsula, by the way. Went to Hollister the other day, and the downtown looked like Old West time. That dude, I love that stuff. I haven't been to Hollister in years. Do you recommend I go back to Hollister and do some videos or something? I remember downtown Fresno, back in the 80s, full of history. Speaking of Valley Fair, too, Valco Mall. I meant to do a video at Valco Mall before they tore it down. I used to sneak through there, and they had all these weird, like, corridors that were, like, crazy. But they tore it down. So, when I was a kid, I went to the arcade at Valco. But I'm from Redwood City, and I used to go north more than anything. So, like, my South Bay experiences aren't as much. Like San Jose, I never really explored San Jose until I was like an adult. And I would always go north. I would always go to San Francisco for some reason. Bronchitis sticks around for a while. Be careful in the future. Yeah, no, definitely. I learned my lesson, man. I thought I was fine, and then how far are you from the Sequoias? That's a place I like to see. I think the main Sequoias place is like south of Yosemite. I can't remember, but a few hours. I definitely want to do that. And this abandoned garage I was talking about, it used to be a car dealership. It was a car dealership for decades in San Francisco, and now it's just an old ratty garage. So it was so cool. Like, I loved walking through there and just thinking like of the families that would go there to buy their new car. And it was built in 1927, right? So this is like decades and decades of families going there to get the new family car, you know? Like, just what cool memories. Like, you know, I can just picture the kids running around getting their fingerprints on the new cars, and the salesman trying to be nice, and the dad like yelling at the kid, you know? Those are like the ghosts of the past that I think about when I walk through these places like that. So I just think it's cool, and that's one of the things I want to impart with my channel is that appreciate this history, right? Because like our memories are going to be just memories someday as well. Like, we're all going to be gone, and this apartment I'm in right now, like this little video studio, someday, you know, unless they just tear it down right after I move out someday, but like at some point there's going to be someone else sitting right here or doing something right here, right? And I don't know. It's just crazy to think about that you're walking in someone else's footsteps, and one day someone will be walking in your footsteps, you know? So it's just cool to know that history and know that, you know, those things happen. Valco Mall going to be apartments? Yeah, I think a lot of it's already like condos and stuff. I'm probably close to recover from a fever right now. Been sick the last few days. Not COVID related, thankfully. Man, COVID whooped me. I got it. I think I only got COVID once. I'm pretty sure. And I've told this story before, but I was as safe as I could be through the pandemic. I have vulnerable family members. At the time, I didn't see her often, but I had an aunt with MS, and I was always, in the back of my head, I was always like, hey, I have to be able to go. If she needs something, I'm needed. I got to be ready to go. My grandmother had dementia. Steven would help me film stuff, and his mom, you know, has had just little health concerns here and there, and so we want to keep her safe. So I was safe through the whole pandemic. I was masked up. I got vaccinated as soon as I could. I had to drive down to like near Monterey to get vaccinated. Like, I was trying to be as safe as I can, and I trust the scientists. They're a lot smarter than me. So I tried to be as safe as I could. And then the one time for the NBA Finals, I had tickets to the NBA Finals, and I was like, you know what? I'm rolling the dice. I've been so good. Let me just have this one evening. This one evening, we beat the Boston Celtics. Was it Game 5? Great time. And a couple days later, I just felt a little tickle in my throat. And what sucked is I felt that tickle. I took a COVID test. It was negative. And then I went to a family dinner, of all things. Went to a family dinner. And then the next day, it hit me like a ton of bricks. So I was more worried about my family that I had dinner with, because most of my family's older, right? So I was like so worried. And luckily, like the 10 days went by, 14 days went by, and they were all good. So I was like, all right, at least I didn't hot potato COVID to my family members. That's all. That's all I was concerned about. But it knocked me down for like, I want to say like 2-3 days. 2-3 days was really rough. Jamie, there are some huge trees just north of SF on the coast with great campsites. Hold on. You talk about Muir Woods off Eddy Street? It's not off Eddy Street. I don't want to give it away, but no, it's not off Eddy Street. And there's barely any information on the internet. I searched for everything I could find. I could barely find anything. Pure nostalgia, absolutely. Definitely have to check that out. Samuel T. Taylor State Park. Oh, okay. Wait, why do I not know what park that is? Got a campsite a few years old resort. You can see some of the old walls. I don't remember you telling me about that. Is that like past the Golden Gate, like towards Mendocino or something? I don't know. Lockdown was good times. Remember Tiger King? I know everyone watched Tiger King. So I enjoyed Lockdown. I'm a homebody. I had like a sinus issue at the time that made me miserable. But other than that, I liked Lockdown. And I was living in a place I wasn't happy with. I had 2 roommates. I wasn't happy where I was living. But other than that, man, you could lock me down for another month. I'll take it. Work through lockdown. So I work in healthcare. Man, that's rough, bro. That's rough. I went to work pretty quick. I was locked down for like a month. Because I was able to do a job that was not with other people, and they put me back to work quick. And then it sucked because my job, so we got lucky. My job paid everyone through the whole pandemic. Everyone got paid. And some people didn't come back to work for like 7 months, and they were getting paid the whole time, and I was working the whole time. I was like, man, that's not fair. But it was a good thing ultimately because I was brought back for a reason, and it worked out in my favor. So, can't complain too much. But it was funny. I'm like, man, you got paid for like 6 months while I was working. Anyways, go Niners. Appreciate the memories of the past. Appreciate the history that you see. You may drive by a building and not even think twice, and that building holds cherished memories of someone, Like I said, this old, dingy, damp garage that nobody would even look twice at. I'm sure there's people out there that remember. There's some, old grandma or grandpa that's could tell you the story of like, oh yeah, I remember I went with my dad and we got the new family car and we went in there and we were so excited and we drove it out of that garage and drove it home and we felt like we were on top of the world. Those places hold those memories, So that's one of the reasons my videos are so important to me. Is like I love documenting that. Speaking of, my lock video still doesn't have that many views, so if anyone wants to go watch that, the series, 3-part series at Lock, one of my favorite places. We had a great time. Pick Van was there. Please check that out. Actually lost weight during that period before I went back to work. I don't know if I didn't gain weight or lose weight, luckily, but that's a difficult time, though. I think a lot of people gained weight. That was kind of the meme at the time. But yeah, I appreciate you guys, man. And, if you want to support the channel, remember we'll have the membership with a lot of bonus content and a lot of bonus videos there. I will definitely make it worthwhile. Ticket giveaway still going on Instagram at Variety Show with 2 V's. I will be back next Sunday for another live stream, hopefully talking about the Niners beating the Bucks. We'll see. Warriors game's about to start, or if it might have already. I'm gonna go check that out. Let's go Dubs. And still got a lot of videos coming, of course. Still editing. I've been saying this. There's one video I'm working on right now that is just so much to edit that it's been it's just a mountain of footage. So it's been taking forever. But other than that, I appreciate you guys. Bang Bang Niner Gang. Have a good night. And that's it. Hit me up on Instagram at Variety Show 2 V's. And yes, I will have new designs for Variety. All kinds of new designs. New shirts, new prints, all kinds of stuff. Pins, everything.